Greetings, dear viewers. Today, I hope you all have a wonderful night like I just did. Alright, uh, I know, it's been a long time since I made my last video, right? It's absolutely true. It's been 3 weeks or 4 weeks or maybe 1 month since my last video. And I'm planning to release 2 videos this until this Sunday, I think. And this is the first video about Galio, and then we see what I can get for the second one. But yeah, let's get right to the chase. I'm finished. I really want to finish this video first, and it's been a long time. I kind of can't find the right time to finish it. So, and here it is. We're gonna talk about our boy here, Galio. So, the reason why I want to talk about him is because he just received kind of a unique adjustment into his gameplay, and then a couple of new strategies with, and then I'm here to talk about it because I've been spamming him for the last couple of weeks and a couple of months maybe, because I'm a Galio enjoyer. I'm a Shen Galio, and I play 2 of those pretty much. So I want to share what's in my mind. If when I want to talk about this build, we're gonna talk about Aftershock Galio, of course, because it's getting buffed. Not directly buffed, but it's getting adjusted into his new gameplay. We're gonna talk about this specific build route, and let's get right into it. Let's cut to the chase. Okay, what is Aftershock? Okay, Aftershock is a rune that has the burst damage and built-in durability on it, because it's scaled with health, magic resist, and armor. And Vicky, what? Why would you want to talk about it? Because Galio W is getting a massive increase in scaling in terms of defense. So we combine this with the Aftershock, hoping that we can get a better build on Galio here. I don't know how to switch the color of it. We're gonna use this to guide ourselves. Okay, and let's see what we can get. Okay, first we need to know what rune that we will build on him. And first of all, we're gonna take this fellow right here. We're gonna take the what do you call this? Courage of the Colossus, right? Yeah. And then the second wind for the anti-pole, just like what I wrote here, and the anti-burst, bone plating, and then the overgrowth for the late game health skill. And this combined with the buff on the W, hoping that we can build it for the best in this patch and to the future of Galio. And why would I specifically want this build, and why I personally think it's very, very unique? It's because that it's been a long time since we see this build on Galio, because we only see the first strike and the what do you call it, the face rush build, and then what's the tanky Galio that we always hoping for? Well, we don't get it because it wasn't that good. It's only good in a percentage of games, few percentage of it. So yeah, on to the next slide. So why would we wanna pick Galio? Well, he has a couple of advantages on him. He's durable, he's safe compared to any other champion, because you can play burst and you can play Aftershock like we're talking about here. You can even play him both of them in the face rush build, and he really has a couple of, not a couple, many builds if you would dare to try them out. and he's a guaranteed damage and overall good picks. So what's the meaning of this guaranteed damage? Sorry about that. So what's the meaning of this guaranteed damage? What is that? What I'm saying here is that the guaranteed part of it is that he can deal damage, but you can calculate how much damage that he can take, so you can prepare for the kind of match that you will play on Galio, and that's what he excels at. He is kind of predictable, but it's but at the end of the day, it's how you pilot him, and overall you will have a good pick if you pick him. He is a very safe champion to pick in this patch or in the patch after, because that's his character, as you can see, and that's the positive part of it. So what's the not so positive part of it? Well, he has a couple disadvantages too. Well, he has high cooldown, especially in this build. Compared to any other mid laner, he has high cooldown. There's a downtime for him that, well, you can't do anything maybe if you build him specifically on Aftershock, maybe 5 to 8 seconds in the late game, and that is pretty much that, and that's pretty much high cooldown even for wild player standard. And he struggles against shield if you don't build him the anti-shield, because we're talking about Aftershock. It is not your job to build the anti-shield, but sometimes you cannot relying on your teammate. So this and you can debate me on this in the comment section if you want. But for me, it's not your job, but you can build it. But you will how can I say this? You will pause your damage, because you don't wanna build anti-shield because you have high cooldown. You cannot spam your ability that fast. That's why I don't really recommend it, but you can build it. If you struggle against shield, just build the anti-shield. And then what's the other? Okay, let's talk about it. Well, the other thing is that he is, well, he can deal with prolonged team fight. Well, what do you mean? Okay, let's talk about it. And for example, what is a mage that can really prolong team fight? And a mage or an assassin magic damage assassin that can really use the long team fight. Well, we have Akali, we have Rice, we have we have Victor, right? Well, he can go toe to toe against them, but you will see him struggle against them, and that's kind of a bummer for him. He specifically, if you want to play against those type of champions, you really need to play really smart and safe at time, and really help your team. And that comes in the second part of this point. Well, you kind of have to rely on your teammates, because you will deal damage, but it's not all of the damage that you can deal, because you are focusing on tanking them in this build, and you have to be careful of that. Because I get it, because I myself in Master 1, I still struggle against people when I really play really good with Galio. I still need to rely on teams with this build, and I know people will hate that because people play solo queue, I think, but that's how it is in this build. But it's really gonna taste it's gonna test your patience with this build, because you really have to play really smart. And then this is the build that we will talk about. Oh, hold on, let's get that out of the way. Alright, we're gonna build Rod of Ages first, of course, and then we're gonna build the Psychic Projector. Why? Because this thing can produce shield and then use your bonus health for your damage. in the perfect world, this is what you want, okay? But I know it's kind of situational, okay? Situational. No. Alright, it's kind of situational, okay? But if you want to try it, you can. I personally have a lot of success with it. Of course, I got a lot of bad news because not a lot of people built this. Okay, well, the second one is really obvious. We got a reef maker because you will need this. And if you want to build a laundry, you can too. Maybe you have to choose between both of them, but I personally will build a reef maker for the prolonged team fight counter, and then for his sustain. And then we're gonna follow it with a couple of magic damage, magic resistant item, and the Ammon's Twin for the conjunction with the Rift Maker. These two put together, it's so good. Okay, so if you build Rift Maker, you try to build the Ammon's Twin too. Okay, we're gonna talk about the build in this video later. Okay, let's see. Okay, so overall, why pick Galio? Okay, first of all, he's a safe champion that can be picked against the majority of the matchup, and then he always favorable when you wanna be patient with him and not just charging forward like a like a Colossus with, even though he's Colossus. No, you need your teammates to do your bidding, and you do their bidding and thanking them. And then you have to be smart when you bid, when you use your W, so you can have a favorable matchup, and then making your teammates happy if you will pick Galio, because no people have any struggle with Galio. And then a good brawler and team fighter. And why would I say this? Isn't it contradicting with what you're saying the last slide? Yes, it is. Because and again, you have to be playing smart with him so that you can take every advantage that you have with Galio. Okay, you have to be smart. If you want this, you have to be smart when you play Galio. Okay, here it is. And he is the type of champion that can really do everything. I'm talking about burst range, I'm talking about tanking, I'm talking about skirmishing, I'm talking about auto, I'm even talking about helping a jungle in contesting objectives. Okay, and he is really good at this. But you really have to time your ability. For example, if you're fighting for the dragon, you have to time your ult right to stop the enemy jungle to steal your objective. Okay, you really have to play smart with this build. Okay, so we're gonna get into the video breakdown. Okay, let's jump right into it. Play here that I want to show you guys. So this is me, obscure, right over here. Okay, that is me. Not a Jinx, Blacker. I don't know what he made that name. I'm not racist. Okay, and this is my mid lane opposition, Akali. Okay, so in a perfect world, this thing is an easy matchup for Galio, because they don't really have any prolonged team fighter. Maybe you can call Shen and Maokai, but Jin wasn't really that. And we have Braum. Technically, this thing is really easy for me, but it is not. And I'm not gonna cherry pick in my video because I don't like that. And I will show you guys when I'm struggling and when I'm not. Okay, so we can see why. I'm so sorry for that happened with the video. So let's see. Okay, Okay, with this build, what you wanna do in the first minutes or in the early game, you just wanna build a road of ages. And then here I am trying to proc my W again, uh, like like what I told you guys, and I forgot I'm pressing in Kali with a flip forward, and she just ignited me. Thank God I have health. So we don't really have to worry about that. Maybe I think we lose a couple of minions here. And then we're gonna teleport right into okay. And then yeah, we just, and I'm just gonna fast forward it here so you guys can know what is in my mind when I oh shit when I think about this matchup, right? But please, okay, like this, okay. And what's in my mind is that I just want to farm and try to help my teammate who's got engaged, because like I said, Galio really want the enemy to engage first because of his ult. Okay, so why do I say that? Okay, let me just come this a bit. Why do I say that? They have Maokai. He technically wanna engage first. They have Warwick, so if he jumps, I can ult. They have Akali. That's what I want, and that's what is my mind. Okay, that's what in my mind is matchup. And you can say about League of Legends and what if they're different. No, it is not. That's what I want. When some of them engage on any of my teammates, look at this. Look at the top here. If I have my ult 90% of the time, I will trust it. And that is really easy. And look at that, Shen already made a move. I don't have my ult yet. I don't know why Shen has put first. Maybe because the XP is different in the barrel line, maybe. Yeah, let's forward this into the game. Yes. Oh yeah, I died here because of bad judgment. Again, bad judgment. And that's really gonna cost me my games. But then again, that's what Galio really excels at. Is that you guarantee have a champion that can tank your damage. You really have a safe lane, and you want that from your champion. Okay, so I'm dying here. I'm gonna fast forward it again. This is really a bad game for me. I get a couple of assists, but it wasn't really that good, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, this is me making bad plays again. Let's see, and here it is. Look at this. There's no way I'm gonna survive or save any of them in here, and that's why I really asking you guys to play this really smart, because Galio cannot punch his way out of this situation right here. Okay, and that's my bad. But we will see the strong version of Galio with this build in the late game, because he's really is a safe champion to pick, and I will show you later. Okay, and look at this. We still can pick something from it, and this is where he excels at. Is that if you have Jinx, this type of champion with you, and you have Rom, and your enemy is a Jin, right? J, okay, he cannot look twice at us because all of his friends are dead, of course. Tomata, but that's what makes Galio special, because you help your teammates to deal damage while you can still build something. But simultaneously, you can tank a couple of them, or not a couple of them. You can tank all of them. And the only problem with this build is that technically I cannot catch on to them. I don't have any movement speed. I only have movement speed from my boots. Okay, so that's really is type of a situation that you're really gonna struggle with. He can tank, he can deal damage, but the problem is that if you miss your knockup, you and you don't have flash, you don't really gonna get anywhere. Okay, and let's see. I believe I killed Jin because this is kind of a 2 weeks clip, and yeah, that's it. Look at that, he escaped, I think. No, actually, he came back, and I flashed him, and yeah. Okay, I think we get this Drake. I think we get this Drake. I don't know about this. Okay. And this is me playing solo. This is me playing solo. So, technically, this is a very good matchup, right? But no, we still struggle in here. We still struggle in this match. Because this is high elo. People will use their advantage whenever they can. And that's why I like Viper. Because people will play to their maximum. And that's it, that's what I said. Maokai just engaged on me, and then Wukong just trying to, I think he overextending here. I don't know why he did that, but I don't like any of it. I think we lose this one, I think. No, because Jinx is in top lane, right? Yeah, we lose this one. Yeah. And I can't do anything here, I guess, because all my teammates are there. All my teammates are here, and I am here. Okay, and I have to help them because I'm playing Aftershock Galio. I'm playing as a second support generally. So let's skip this into the kind of a mid game. And as you can see that my score wasn't really that good. It's 3-3 and 4, and yeah, that's what you get from this build. You have the safetiness of it, but not the score of it. Okay, and this is the team fight again that I wanted, and this is what I like from this team fight, because it really encapsulates what I'm just saying. Because in this strategy that I'm just baiting them here. Okay, look at this. Okay, this is me, Galio, Brom, and Jinx is right here. Right? This is Jinx. And then they play into a bad card here. I think I get Malphite, right? But of course we're not gonna kill him. And then they actually want to engage on Jinx. And I know that. I see that. That's why I move to this push. In hope that they don't see me. But I believe that this miscalculated. Maybe I forgot my team has Galio. So what do you know? They engage on Jinx. When they engage on Jinx, that's where I come in. This is basically a barrier for them. Okay? This is a fence. Okay? I don't care about Braum, I don't care about Wukong. Wukong can deal damage, Braum can survive. Okay? And he is a support. Okay? What do I care is Jinx. As you can see in this top, in this left corner here, I draw her, the icon. I can't remove it because this is a replay. And that's basically what I want to protect here. That's how you win your games. To know what is the strength of your team. And what do you know? I mean, okay, bam, okay, yeah. Warwick can still jump because he's basically immune, right? I don't know about that. I play a couple of Warwick games, but I'm not a Warwick main. But I basically make a fence. Okay. Jhin, on the other hand, is my weakness. He has Collector, I believe, and he can execute me if I get low enough. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of this, and Warwick, but not these two. And Garen is actually gonna come here. Okay, so if I just hold it long enough for Jinx to stack the little temple, I can win this team fight. And that's exactly what happened. Because Jin wasn't really that strong team fighter. If his team doesn't understand it, there he opened his ult first. That's the big weakness of him. You don't want to do that. At least not when it's full health like this. And then we have Braum. Yeah, so Braum can just shield his way. Looking at here. So let's see it. Okay, we're just gonna erase all this. And let's see it. Okay. And Wukong just knocking up everybody up, and then the Akali just show up here. I don't know why. And then yeah, I know that Jane will try to execute Jinx, but I did not know how. And that's why I said that Jane wasn't really a best team fighter if he's able to understand his strength. Akali is a strong team fighter, but she can play it really fast and really slow. Shen is a warden. Jin is a marksman. Okay. He doesn't what can I say? He likes skirmishes, not team fight. Once you get your items though, he can team fight. But Maokai wants to team fight all the time. He is tanky and low cooldown. Okay, that's their team weaknesses. Their marksman doesn't really match their support. You can play marksman. You can play Jin with Maokai for sure, but this is not the team fight that they want. But this is the team fight that I want, because they focus on Braum first, not Jinx. Jinx is right here, or this, or not. Okay. Let's continue. And oh yeah, Shen right over here. I don't know why. And I know that Shen was trying to taunt Jinx, but I think that we dive him in it. Yeah, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna dive it. Yeah, it's too dangerous, because what you don't want to do as Jinx here is to throw your lead. And then we got the objective spawning, and then let's skip onto it. Okay, let's skip it. Okay, I don't want this video to be that long. And we lost this team fight actually because of my bad ult. And Jinx really is getting destroyed by all of it. And that's why not every team fight is a perfect one. That really sucks. And then this is spawning. We're just gonna contest the wave, this and that, that's this. And then this is where the method turns around again. And you really have to watch your man. And Maokai engaging foolishly again. And then this is my turn to use that opportunity to win this game. Okay. The Shroud, he executes Modify. And we actually win this without Jinx, because like Jinx already take care of the thing, and then we just have to deal all of it. And what do you know, the psychic projector saved the day. And I know that I'm afraid of the Jin, not because I cannot kill him, but one step he can kill all of us. He can kill a quadra kill here. That's what I know from Jin, is that if he has Collector, he can win anything. if he calculated perfectly. And this is, and what do you know? And Shen teleport, and he brings Shen to me. That is really good from them. I'm not gonna lie. That is really good. And great job from Garen again. That is a really good Garen ult. I don't know here if she died or something. Yeah, I think she is. Yeah. And then they get the Baron. Okay, let's skip it. They get the Baron, right? Yeah. And this really is a game that will make your skill better, because it really tests your passion. It really testing your patience in this. And this is the type of game that will grow you as a player. Okay, I can't really contest it, so I'm just gonna clear and clear. There's something to see here, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, there's something. It's kind of a and 2 week old. Okay, Akali really wants to engage with Garrett here, and Jinx getting ult by Warwick, and then she actually died from it. And that's why vision is important. It is important, kids. And look, the bot lane. And Wukong actually gonna teleport behind them. That's a major red flag. And I'm just gonna ult and see what I can get. I think if we can burst Warwick first, then everything is good. And Akali can come next after that. But it's good if we can kill them all. Of course. But that's what we want to do now. But they have a semi full health Jhin. So yeah, we kind of just hold it off. I'm so afraid that they can finish this game right here. But Jinx actually put on a lot of fighting here. And Shen just trying to buy the time to get the turret. That is a really great Shen player though. And like I said, that no matter how destroyed your game is, if you want to use your champion's strength, you will win it if you know. And this is like a second team fight. I'm yapping about team fight. Yeah. So here it is. They see Garen, they get the drag, and they want to engage on it. So I'm ulting at the fastest that I can get, because Warwick is diving Garen. I do not know. That's not what you want to do with Warwick. What you wanted to dive is Jinx. Okay, this is what you want to ult as Warwick. You don't want to ult anything else. If they all of us have half health, then you can choose it. Okay. But in this situation, yeah, I think you wanna dive Garen, I think. But Garen is not a type champion if you wanna ult prematurely. Okay. As a Warwick player, don't do it. It costs your teammate the game. Okay, let's see it. And that, yeah, and it really is costing them their win. They can win really easy if they don't do it, and that is really painful. I don't know if I will actually win it here. I think I'm dead here, right? But the Jhin still has health, because Jinx is actually my main objective here, to protect. I don't get anything else. Again, I'm trying to defend it, and I'm spawning. Let's skip it a couple of seconds. And they want to finish the game, but they can't. I don't know why. They just went from the bottom lane. That would be good. There's nothing wrong with that. But they want to engage again, and this is me trying to pick up the Shen. And then they ult Warwick, and Warwick ult Jinx, I mean, and then the Jin stopped the ult. I don't know why either. And then we cut the Warwick and the Shen. I believe, right? No, I missed my Naka. And then we see the Elder. And then we're gonna get this and this. If that jungle dead, that's the best thing that you can do. Send someone to defend this and get these two. Okay? That's really gonna win you a lot of games. Okay? The key of comeback in this game, I'm not gonna lie, it is literally the key. And you can't even debate me on that. If you got those two, if you still lose, then it's on you. If you have Elder, and then you get Baron, that's just the perfect recipe for winning. And then Wukong just he can just dive Jin here and then kill him. I'm not joking about that. And me too. And I can do it too. And he actually died here. Yeah. That's how powerful it is. And then we're just gonna win the game. It's just an advance from here. It wasn't really that good anymore because we have Karen that can just execute the Warwick at any time. If he doesn't buy any Zonias, he can't survive anything. And me and Shen just duke it out, you know. And I wanna execute them with the Baron buff, I think. But I can't, and Shen just died. Shen, it's a really great player though. Yeah, the what's his name? Alaric XC. Okay, and my ult, it's just too good. The ult is just too good. This champion can really win you games, and that's me getting executed by the collector. And that's the game. And I told you guys, if you use your strength, if you use it really good, you can win games. Okay, that's really what you need from it. And that is all, ladies and gentlemen. And let's get back to the slide of it. Okay, so what we learned from this game is that if you know oh shit, oh, I don't need it. If you know the strength of your champion, you can win pretty much anything. Okay, or this is not the matchup that I was talking about. You know, forget it. I just have a long screenshot. Okay. If you know the strength of your champion, it can win games. And you never underestimate the character of your beloved main champion. I pick Galio because I love saving him. Okay? And I pick Shen for the same reason. I love saving people. And that's all my video. What do you think? Do you want to pick Galio? Wild Ray? Let me see in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.